the first thing that we'll be looking at is the global landscape. And what we've seen over the years, and this comes directly from Cisco's Visual Networking Index, is that the number of devices per person continues to climb. Between 2015 and 2020, they're expecting an additional 1.2 devices per person. And we see that in lots of businesses, such as people adding on mobile devices, people adding on other devices, such as desktops and laptops and so forth. So mobility has the largest increase in importance as rated by IT staff. In 2016 to 2017, average IT budgets show no change. So where are you going to get the ability to support these devices if you're not getting any budget increase? And what we found as well is not only that, only 30% of companies expect to increase their IT staff over the same time period. So they're not getting any extra money, they're not getting any extra employees, but they are increasing the amount of devices that they're having to support. We see this especially in education and their drive to one-to-one. 82% of districts are interested in implementing or expanding a one-to-one solution within the next 2 years. And 60% of those schools see the need and need help managing this new fleet of devices. And education has an even larger problem because typically they have even more restrictive of budgets. So another polling question. Do you as an IT organization think that you have enough IT staff to support your users? And the choices are yes, no, we need a lot more, no, we need a few more, or maybe you're not in an IT department at all. So if you can go ahead and answer that poll just by simply choosing an item in the slide area, then we can continue on. All right, so if we look at the results so far, and a few more votes are still coming in, we see that most IT departments that are on here today think that they do have enough IT staff to support their amount of users, with second being that they need a few more employees to round out their team. And what was interesting about that Spiceworks 2017 State of IT report, what they did is they went and asked IT departments what their priorities were for 2017. And IT automation technology was the second highest priority of IT departments that they surveyed, with the first being advanced security solutions. The other item, the third highest, was mobile or a BYOD program. So if that is also a priority, that's going to mean increased amount of devices that need to be supported. So scripting, and scripting, how it is not the hero that IT needs, and is there a future beyond scripting? What we see across IT departments is that scripting has been heavily utilized by IT departments for years. Typically, it's batch files or one-off EXEs that do assignments of network drives, printers, and so forth. It's usually written by one person, and if that guy leaves, who knows who is going to pick up the slack and support that script moving forward. And so we say that these scripts are typically disorganized. It really does rely on some sort of IT hero to write that script, implement it, and continue to maintain it. And because of that, they're typically not well documented at all. And it's very difficult to manage this or utilize it on a very large scale basis. Automation, on the other hand, has been deployed in a limited fashion in a few areas across businesses of all sizes. Things like Windows updates, power saving measures such as hibernating computers automatically, auto log off, backups are all things that companies have typically automated already in their organization. However, many businesses do not know what should be automated and what shouldn't be automated moving forward. They don't know how to decide, should this task that we do be automated? Should we look for a solution to put automation in place for those different things? And so when you compare scripting versus automation, this is really what we see. Removing repetitive tasks, scripting and automation both do that. Both can lower staffing needs when they're done in a single place. Efficiency, we consider automation to really be the efficient approach because then you don't need to worry about the next item, which is those IT heroes. Because if it's well documented, if it's well organized, then it's easy for anyone to pick up and maintain. And then accountability. With accountability, what we see is that automation allows people to be accountable for their independent area of expertise. So sometimes they'll have one IT person who's assigned to all of the different automation measures within their organization. So automation is needed for a few different reasons. Increase in devices first. Employees used to have that one company assigned device. Now some employees have both a desktop and a laptop. Increase in mobilities. Companies are now typically providing a cell phone, tablet, or even subsidizing employee cell phones. As companies purchase and utilize more internal systems, IT professionals are inundated with more and more alerts and notifications. So they need some way to sort and prioritize the most important of those alerts. Which leads, of course, to that final point. IT is always being pushed to a faster incident response rate. And a recent survey from the Enterprise Strategy Group showed that 98% of IT pros find incident response a major challenge.